Hi everyone. Today in this video we are going to understand what is a scanner and what is a buffered reader in Java, and we are going to understand the exact difference in between these two along with some practical examples. So what is a scanner? So scanner, it's a Java utility class that reads input from the keyboard, files or the streams and can parse it into the data types like int, double or the string. So what is a buffered reader? It's a Java class that reads text from the character based input sources like a file or the console. So this is the exact definition of these two. Now we can see where we can use this. We can use scanner in small programs, quick user inputs and console applications. We can use scanner effectively. Whereas in competitive programmings or in multi-threaded program or environment, we should go for the buffered reader. So what are the benefits or pros of using scanner? It has easy syntax and built-in parsing methods. Whereas buffered reader is comparatively more faster than the scanner and is thread safe. So these are some important points you should keep in mind as a difference in between the scanner and the buffered reader. In short, like if you want to go for some small demo or create small programs or quick user input if you want to access, then you should go for the scanner. Whereas if you want to do some professional coding for the production ready coding, you should go for the buffered reader, wherein it can fit into the multi-threaded programs or environments and it is more faster and it can read big files input data as well. So this is the basic difference you should keep in mind. So before we go ahead and create a practical examples of these two, please do not forget to like, subscribe and share. Now let us create some practical examples for scanner and buffered reader to better understand the difference in between these two. So let us open the Spring Tool suite. This is the editor we are going to use, and let us create one folder wherein we can create this examples. So here we can create one folder with name scanner and buffered reader. So this is the workspace we are setting and we can click on launch button. Now this is the STS editor. We can simply click on the left hand side link, create a Java program, and here we can give some name to our project like it's an scanner, and we can say BF reader, buffered reader, and here we can uncheck this create module -info. We can click on next and we can finish this. Now this is the simple program we have created project using Java 21 version. Now inside this src we can create one package with name com.example. Just we can make it simple. Now inside this package we can create one class with name like scanner buffered reader. It's an example. We can click finish, and this is the class Java class we have created. Now this is the package and this is the class. Now inside that we can simply create one main method which is the starting point for execution, public static void main, and inside that we can add runtime arguments. So this is the main method. Now inside this we can first what all steps we are going to use. First thing, in step 1 we are going to create our scanner. Next we will do like read string, and next we will use like read int. So this is related to the scanner. Similar way we can use for the buffered reader. Like here we can create a buffered reader. Next we can read string And next, so we do not have direct method to read int inside buffered reader. So here we need to use convert string to int inside buffered reader. Okay, so this is the buffered reader. Fine. So these all things we are going to implement inside this. Now let us see how we can do this. Now for creating a scanner, we can use, this is the scanner, let's say SC, and here we can use new scanner, and basically scanner takes input. So for that we need to use system.in. So this line will allow us to enter any input, like it will take input from us with this, like system.in. It will allow us to take input for this program, and this is the scanner class inside which we have this input. Now next thing, here we can use like how we can read something. So for that, let's say here we can add some system.out.println, and here we are simply using enter your name. Next thing, we are going to capture the name in some variable. So like we can use string name is equal to, we can say sc dot next. So basically here we can use sc dot next line, so which will capture the string which is inside our, what string we enter, that it will capture. So this is the name. Similar way, if we want to enter the age, so this is for string, reading string, and this is for reading integer. We can say enter your age, and this is the integer variable like int age, and we can use next. Instead of next line, we can use next int, because this is the integer type. This is how it will capture the int from the scanner. So I hope it is visible to you. Fine. Now let us print some output at here, like this. We can copy it and edit it here, and here first of all we can say it's a name, and what is the name, we can add it at here. This is the name, and after that, like we can add what is the age, and here we can add the age. So this will print what name we enter and what age we enter. So this is the name as a string, age as a integer. We can save it. Now this is for scanner. Similar way, let us see how we can create a buffered reader. So let us create all these code, and then we can test it. Now for creating a buffered reader, what we can use, like this is our buffered reader class is there. So we can say this is our variable, and we can use new buffered reader, and inside that similar way it is taking input, which is input stream reader, and inside this input stream reader it is taking system.in. So what entry we are going to, what text we are going to enter, that will get captured as the input, and we can add the import. And one more basic difference you need to understand, that this scanner is inside Java util package, and buffered reader is inside Java IO package. So this is the difference, important difference you need to understand. Now this will allow us to enter some text as an input, and how we can capture that. So for this we can use string, like we can take name 2, and here we can use r dot read line. Basically it will read the input as a string or text. Okay, so here it is saying unhandled exception, so we need to wrap the exception around this. So before we use this, like as we are using the buffered reader and a scanner, we need to close the resources as well. So let us see how we can do it in some best practice way. So for this we can simply add the try and catch block, and this is the try and catch block. Now instead of using try it here, we can simply cut this and add it at this place. And here we can use try with resources, like this is the best way we can use, and inside that we can create our scanner and we can create our buffered reader as well. So these are two buffered reader and scanner creation code we have added inside this, and here colon is not needed. So this is basically, this is the try bracket ends and this is the starting of our try block, and this is the scanner creation and this is the buffered reader creation, and this try we call it as a try with resources. The benefit of using this try with resources is that we do not need to close the resources, like we need to close the scanner, we need to close the buffered reader. So all this closing or terminating the resources we do not need to do, because this try with resource block will take care of, it will automatically close the resources. So we don't need to explicitly close any resource as such. So let us see how we can do this. Like this is the name, which is a read line, which will take the integer, and next how we can, so here a similar way we can use enter your name, hit here, and similar this we can copy and add it here. Now this time we are using, this is for buffered reader, this code. So this is the name second we are taking from the buffered reader, and this is the age we are taking from the buffered reader. So for this how we can do, like we need to convert the age, like it will, buffered reader do not have next int kind of method, so we need to take as an string. So this is r dot read line, and then we need to convert it to the integer. This is the string age, we can say it's a string age, and next we need to convert. So read age and convert string to int. So how we can do that? By using, so there is a, so this is our age 2 variable, and we can use integer dot parse int. This is the method we can use and pass our integer variable inside this. So this is how we can read the age, which is the input string, and we can convert that string to the integer. Now let us add one more line at here to print the name and integer which we have captured from the buffered reader. So here we can print name 2 and here age 2, and this is like we can say buffered reader name and age. That's it. Now let us check the brackets are closed successfully. Seems good. Now everything is in place as expected. We have written this code. Now let us check how it works. So this is the try block inside which we have created scanner and buffered reader, and this is reading the string from the scanner. This is reading age from the scanner, and we have printed. Next, for buffered reader, same scenario we have repeated. Only the thing is that we need to convert the string into the integer for age input, and finally we have printed this. And this is the IO exception we have catched. Okay, fine. Now let us see here if you need to proper set the message, custom message if any, at this instead of printing the stress. Now we can save it and let us check how it goes. We can run it using run as Java application, and here it is asking for the name. So let me add Deepak. It is asking age, let's say 46. Seems good. It has printed this. Now it is asking for the name which will take from the buffered reader. Now let me add Kiran, and age, let's say 27, 37. Seems good. So this is, it has captured from the buffered reader Kiran as an input and age as a 37. Seems good, both the things are working fine. So what we have done, so we have used a try with resources. With this we do not need to close the resources. What we are creating, it will automatically close the resources using this try with resources block. And here we have followed like first we have tested our scanner by testing for string and age which is an integer. Similar way we have tried with the buffered readers, and finally we have printed the output. So this is the exact difference of the scanner and the buffered reader we have seen, and we have seen with the examples how we can use those in the practical programs. I hope you must have enjoyed this. So please do not forget to like, subscribe and share. Thank you so much for watching this.